Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one,
a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the number one most watched morning show in the world.
It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Do you guys just listen to that and as soon as the music kicks in, are you ever just like, that's what's up? That's what's up. That's what's up. That's my jam. That's my show. That's my dig. Here we go. Does that ever happen to you, or is that just me? It might just be me. But all I know is today is Monday. That's right. Today is Monday. January 14th, 2019, and I'm super excited to be here with you. So let me go ahead and do this. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? Today is Monday, January 14th, 2019. That's right. This is what happens when I start thinking. I start thinking right in the middle of what I'm saying, and it messes everything up. See, I got to quit thinking. Today is Monday, January 14th, 2019. What's crazy is today is the first and the last time it will ever be Monday, January 14th, 2019. So we need to make sure we make the absolute most of this incredible, balmy 33 degrees that it's going to be today here in Kentucky. I don't know what the temperatures and weather looks like in your neck of the woods, but here we're looking at 33 degrees today. We did have a little bit of snow this weekend. I'll go into that here in just a second. Now, the good news is, even though it's cold outside today, some really good news for those of you that go to the gym should be pretty wide open today. The gym should be pretty wide open today because this past Saturday, was the day that 80% of people quit on their New Year's resolutions. 80% quit this past Saturday. But not you. I'm not talking about you. See, the Rise and Grind group is different. Those of you that are rising, grinding, you're in the group, you're watching the show, for you, it's different. For you, you're going to head into the gym today. It's going to be nice and wide open. You're going to love every minute of it. So we do have that to be excited about as our hashtag Rise and Grind crew comes together and unites this morning. It's exciting to know that you are not going to be one of the ones that quit. You are not going to be part of the 80%. You are part of that 20% that is persevering, that is pushing through, that is going to keep kicking butt and nailing goals and just running through walls with those resolutions because you're part of this group. Listen, I had an incredible weekend. Like I said, it started off with a little bit of snow this weekend, which the kids loved to pop out there. It's not quite the snow they were hoping for. I think we maybe got an inch of snow, and they were hoping for 100 feet of snow because of any movie they ever watch, they've got snow, you've got big old snowmen, and you got people sledding and all this wonderful stuff. And for us, we had a little snow on the deck, and they got to do some snow angels. So they were definitely excited, about that. Also, this weekend was kind of cool because we were playing, there was lots of football games, right? There were some great football games, and I decided I was going to go watch, I talked to Josh Cummins, and I decided I was going to go watch the Cowboys game over at his house with some old friends from Dan Cummins that I hadn't seen in a really long time. And that was a neat experience. I went out, and what you see here in this picture is I got to play pool against my man, Jeremy Linden, who is supposedly the best pool player on the planet. But I went ahead and took him out, and that's the one of the $200 bills that I took away from my man Jeremy Linden on the pool table. Now, typically, he beats me on the pool table in the past. I think what might have been the difference is that he was drinking, enjoying, and celebrating the football game, and I'm only allowed to have water. Might have been the difference. I don't know. Just saying. Normally I don't beat him like that, but I beat him this time. So that was Saturday night. That was fun, kind of seeing some of my old friends. And then Sunday we had the first ever Hashtag Rise and Grind birthday party. Willow wanted her birthday party theme to be hashtag Rise and Grind, and she wanted everyone in the house to wear Rise and Grind gear, which was awesome. So all the kids were wearing Rise and Grind gear, and the triplets were over. They were wearing Rise and Grind gear. Grandma and Grandpa had Rise and Grind gear. It was awesome. It was awesome. It was really, really, really cool. And I myself was just touched that my daughter Willow, my 4-year-old, wanted to have a Rise and Grind party. So all of us were there. There was probably 20 of us, everybody wearing Rise and Grind gear. It was awesome. Another highlight from my weekend was when I went to church on Sunday at Southland Christian Church, it was an incredible service. I ran into my man Luis Hernandez, which Luis is a salesman at Dan Cummins that I've worked with for a lot of years, that I hired originally. We had our ups and downs. There was moments as he was growing as a young man that he almost lost his job. There were other moments where he was at the top, and he has started to level that roller coaster off, and I was super excited to walk in and see my man Luis Hernandez at church by himself. He was in attendance by himself, and he happened to be sitting in the seat that I always sit in. He had never been there before, but he happened to be sitting right where I always sit in this big mega church where 15,000 people attend every weekend. And so when I walked up, and here's this man sitting in my seat, it was incredible. And he sent me an incredible message afterwards. He sent me a message. I'm going to go ahead and share it with you guys real quick, because I think this is pretty neat. He sends me this message. It says, "Thank you to you." Here, where's he at? I'm going to put him back up here. He says, "Thank you to you and your mom for sitting with me. It means a lot. It was kind of crazy to think that I was thinking or praying to have someone sit beside me that I knew to make me feel more comfortable, and so my anxiety wouldn't start to make me feel really weird. Then, out of all of the seats and places I could have sat in, I chose the one spot. That one spot. Jesus answered my prayer and blessed me with your presence beside me. Thank you guys so much. Hope Willow had a great birthday. Also hope Joel kills it at his basketball game. Have a great day, Glenn. I appreciate your support and everything you've done for me." So what an incredible experience that was, to end up right next to my man, Luis Hernandez. It's crazy how God works. So that was my weekend. I hope you guys had an incredible weekend. Another big part of my weekend was hashtag Rise and Grind now has an official headquarters. Like, we got a building, and it's awesome. It's got 4 different offices and a little kitchenette and a little receptionist area, and I'm excited to get in there today and start decorating and decking the place out. It's got a place for a studio. Like, it's just absolutely the nicest place I could have imagined getting, and there's an incredible story behind how we actually obtained the ability to move into the property, and we're going to dive into that here in just a second. But first, what we got to do? What we listen to today? What's this sound like? Yeah, we can do this. This works. I feel that. Hey, good morning, everybody. This is a part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button, because I believe if we could change the way people start their day, we can make a massive impact on this planet. I absolutely believe that. And sometimes all it takes is for you to hit that share button to make a difference in somebody's day. This is also the part of the show where I want you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, I want you to say, "What's up?" Looks like my man Jeffrey Lee Parton is up in here this morning. That's awesome. What's up, Christopher Campbell? Michael Thomas is up in here. Clinton Becker. What's up, Vicky Everett and George Fleming? Marcus Stone. What's shaking, bacon? Marcus Stone he threw out like a little powerful show the other day. He wasn't feeling well, so he got creative. I love how you got creative, Marcus. He was like holding up the signs with the words. Love it, man. And I love your authenticity and your vulnerability. Leanne Rhinesmith, good morning. Sheila, good morning. How are you? Max Clem's up in here this morning. Gail Beecraft's up in here this morning. Of course, we've got Janelle Griego. And then, of course, don't forget my man, Josh. Baby Bach is up in here this morning. Eric Willeroy is up in here this morning. Karen Parrish and Tom DeLolio. What's up, Ray Hatcher? Trendy Trenda. Jeff Baker's in the house and Michelle Murray. Janet Crawford Wigton. What's up, girl? Janet Crawford Wigton. She was a part of the headquarters story I'm about to share with you. Of course, my man Michael Kerrigan is up in here. HQ. Liza Myers Borges. Everybody's up in here. I love it. Hit that share button. Hit that share button. Hit that share button. If you don't normally do it, I'm going to ask for you to shift today. Today, just hit the share button. See what happens. Maybe you'll be the person that just went and happened to sit in the seat. Or maybe you're the dude that walks up. You push the share button. You push the show. And somebody's going to reach out to you later today and be like, man, I'm so glad you shared that video. It was exactly what I needed to hear. Exactly what I needed to hear. You just never know. So if you don't normally hit the share, do so today. I have something exciting to announce for all of you. I have something exciting to announce for all of you. This week's guest on Friday, this past week, we had my man Delvin Choice, who, if you missed that episode, I'm telling you, you got to go back. He was absolute fire. This week, coming up on Friday, some of you guys may or may not recognize the one and only B.G. Campbell. That's right. Bambi, who today is now on day 36. Day 36 of just crushing it in the gym every single day, motivating and inspiring this entire hashtag Rise and Grind group. She is going to be our guest on Friday. And I can't wait to introduce you guys to her. She's got 6 kids. She's got an incredible career. She's snapped off smoking earlier in the year. She's taking care of the physical. She has become completely unrecognizable. And I can't wait to share her with you guys. She's an incredible human being. So she's going to be on the show this Friday. Just wanted to let you guys know that. All right, listen, Thursday, Janet Wigton, she actually reached out Wednesday. I announced we needed a place for the Rise and Grind headquarters, and Janet reached out and was like, check out this place right here. And she's like, I'll go, we can go look at it or whatever. And so we went and looked at it, and we fell in love, man. We fell in love. The place is beautiful. It's the right size. It's exactly what we needed. And it was just absolutely perfect. And so, And here's where I'm going to go with this real quick. I want to pull out. Good thing I kept my notes. The planner. Make sure because. All right, day 12, most people quit. Not just going to the gym, but doing things like going into their planner and making their changes in their life that they want to change. So I want to make sure that you're not doing that. If your planner is on the shelf, if you didn't bust it out this morning, as soon as we get off the show, I want you to bust out your planner and just start today. It's a new week. It's fresh. If you missed a couple days last week, that's okay. If you missed a couple days earlier in the year, that's okay. If you haven't cracked it open yet, that's okay. Today's the day. I need you to crack it open. I need you to do your gratitude, do your goals. I need you to go through it. And I want you to look at the quote at the top that was contributed by Vern Kittler. It says, everybody pities the weak. Respect you have to earn. Now I want you to keep that in the back of your mind as I tell you this story. So Thursday, we went and looked. We loved the place for Rise and Grind headquarters. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. We'll just lease the place. We'll get it rocking and rolling. It'll be cool, right? So then Janet makes a phone call, and there's 2 different agents that are listing this property, and one agent says you got to contact the other agent because I think there's somebody already on the property, like somebody that already wants it. I think there's some type of an agreement. It's not sold, it's not signed, but there's something on paper. And so Janet, we get a hold of the other guy, and the other guy's like, yeah, the owner actually lives in Louisville. He doesn't live here in Lexington. He lives in Louisville, and he kind of wants to go with this guy. But maybe if you turn in your application fast enough, maybe you can make it work. So we went ahead and turned in an application on the property. Now you got to keep in mind, hashtag Rise and Grind, me doing this full time has only been happening for a couple months, right? Like prior to that, I was general manager at Dan Cummins Chevrolet and Buick in Paris, Kentucky, the second largest used car franchise dealership in America, right? You guys remember all that? And so being a new startup company there's not really a whole long track record of credit worthiness or anything like that. So I filled out the application and of course had the cash to lease the place, and they came back and basically said they didn't want to lease to us. They basically said, hey, we've gotten burnt in the past with startup companies and small businesses, and we've been in these situations in the past and we just don't want to. That's what the owner said. We just don't want to. So basically they came back to Janet and they were like, no, he's not interested in leasing to you guys. And so Janet, of course, was fighting for us. Janet's like, no, you don't know. You don't understand. This is Glenn Lundy. This is hashtag Rise and Grind. This isn't any normal startup. This isn't just some small business, walking out with a big dream and a big vision. This is the dude. Like she was trying to talk her husband into buying a property so they could lease it to us and so on and so forth. And, Janet was on fire. And so she kept fighting for us, and the other real estate agent on the other end, the person Janet was working with on the other end, his name was Neil. He had known me too because he used to work for LEX 18 News. I talked to Josh Cummins and I at the Dan Cummins dealership in the past, so he knew me, he knew my reputation, and so he was trying to tell the owner, no, you got to understand, this guy's different. You want to lease to this guy, trust me. And so the owner comes back and he's like, no, this guy doesn't want to, we don't want to lease to this guy. Here, we'll do it. If we're going to lease to this guy, we're going to do it this way. He's going to have to pay 6 months up front, and he's got to do all this other stuff, so on and so forth, right? The song and dance. So they come back and they tell me, hey guys, this is what you got to do in order to get this place. You got to do this song and dance. You got to pay all this stuff in advance. You got to do all these things that you don't normally do. And I'm like, okay, whatever, man. That stuff's easy. Hey, I can get rocking and rolling because time is of the essence. Time is of value, and I need to make that happen. I need to make that happen now. And so the real estate agent comes back. He's like, look, man, okay, you guys agreed on terms. Look, he didn't even want to lease to you. Now he's willing to lease to you, but you can't just do a commercial lease today. Like, we can't just do that in an hour. You got to draw up the lease. We got to type this up. We got to do all kinds of different stuff. We have to check the board. We have to check your references. We have to do all these other things, so on and so forth. It'll be, a week or so, and then we can get you in. I'm like, no. You don't understand. Listen, Neil, I appreciate what you're doing, buddy. I really do. And I appreciate the fact that you were able to get the owner across the line. You got him from the point where he didn't even want to do business with me to now you got him to the point where he's willing to do business with me. And I truly appreciate that. And I understand that in normal situations with normal people that there's no way that you can do this in a couple hours. I completely understand that, Neil. But there's one thing that I need you to understand. The agreement is that I will get in there and that I will get the keys and that I will move in today. That's the agreement. So how do we make that happen, Neil? And my man Neil was like, bro, no, that's impossible. It just can't be done. You have to understand, he's in Louisville. You have to write a check for your deposit for 6 months, for this, for that. And then we got to take that check and it's got to clear the bank. There's a process it's got to clear. And then he's got to get with the board and the board's got to approve and they got to affirm and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, great, Neil. I appreciate you. And I appreciate and understand what you're doing. Thank you so much for bringing the ball this far, bringing it all the way down here to the 1 yard line. Now we just got to kick it in. So, Neil, here's what I need you to do. I need you to give me the guy's address up in Louisville. I need you to hand me the ball because I'm about to run this over the line. I'm about to show up at the office and shake the guy's hand with cash in my hand. But we don't need to wait for checks to clear. We don't need to wait for snail mail to go back and forth. All I need is to get up there in Louisville with the owner so I can shake his hand, so I can give him his cash, so I can get my keys. Can we do that? My man Neil was like, I guess if you went to Louisville, maybe it's possible. I'm like, all right, cool. Neil, call the dude. Tell him I'm on my way. I jumped in the car, went to the bank, grabbed the cash, drove to Louisville. It's about an hour and 20-minute drive. Drove to Louisville. By 3:30 in the afternoon, I was in the guy's office. I was shaking his hand. I was shaking his hand. Now, what's crazy interesting is when I met the guy and I shook his hand, he was kind of surprised about the whole situation. Not surprised to see me there because Neil told him I was on my way. But he introduced me to his wife, Sandy. And his wife Sandy came out the office, and she shook my hand, and she said, "Glenn Lundy, wow, it is a pleasure to meet you." I said, "Sandy, it's a pleasure to meet you as well." She said, "It's crazy. We called everybody in Lexington, and I got to tell you, those people down there, they absolutely love you." You guys ever hear those words before? She said, "They absolutely love you down there." She said, "Nobody had a bad thing to say about you. Everybody had great things to say about you. We called all our contact, all the different people that we knew, anybody that we thought might know you, and they had such incredible things to say about you, and we're so excited and delighted to be leasing a building to you." Your reputation. Your reputation. So we don't have tons of time. I'm gonna run through these real quick, because that story, I want to make sure that everybody learns something from that story, okay? Because I learned something for it, and I thought it was great. There's 5 reasons why they ended up leasing that building to me. There's 5 reasons why Michael and I now get to start off today pumped up in HQ. It's an incredible place. I'm telling you, the place is beautiful. I can't wait to show it to you guys. But there's 5 reasons that happened. Okay, the first reason that happened, and it falls in line with everybody pities the weak, respect you have to earn. So I'm gonna give you 5 ways. If you do these 5 things, you can earn respect. It's simple. If you do these 5 things, you can earn respect. Or sorry, 4 things. Yeah, 4 things, not 5 things. Sorry. Number 1, I was flexible. I was flexible. They were like, these are the terms that would work for us. Okay. I didn't say, "Oh, dude, you guys are screwing me just because I'm a new business and you got burnt before. Man, that's not cool. No, man, we got to do it this way, or it's my way or the highway, man. It's not going to happen." No, I was flexible. I was flexible, and you have to be flexible. If you want people to respect you, I'm telling you right now, you got to be flexible. You can't just be... you can't just be firm, foot down. Ain't gonna happen. Doesn't work. Got to be flexible. You got to be flexible in mind, flexible in spirit. Second thing is I was persistent. I was persistent. They told us no the whole way. Janet was persistent also. They told us no the whole way. No, we don't want to lease to you. No, we don't like you in startup companies. No, you can't have the keys today. No, you can't do the normal lease agreement terms. No. They kept telling us no along the way. And every single no, we just stayed persistent. If you want people to respect you, if you want to earn people's respect, just stay persistent. Persistently push towards what you know is right and what is good for you. Be persistent about it. Don't be a roller coaster and halfway in and halfway out and let a simple no or a simple objection or an obstacle stand in your way. Understand that it's there, recognize it, persist through. Number 3, and this one was one of the biggest reasons we got the property. I had a reputation that preceded me. Every phone call they made, the person they talked to told them they love me. Every phone call they made. I want you to do a quick analysis right now. I want you to take a deep look inside. I want you to take an inventory. If somebody that does not know you were to call business professionals in the area, were to call people that you've worked for before, were to call anybody that might know you or anything like that that's influential, that's in a higher position than you, if people were to call and ask questions about you in your community, what would the community say? What would they say? Would the community say that you're a great person? Would the community say that you're a terrible person? Would the community say they love doing business with you? Would the community say they hate doing business with you? Would the community say they don't know you? Because that's a problem. That's a problem. Just like somebody saying something bad about you or they don't like doing business with you, it's just as bad for them to say they don't know you. Because if they don't know you, that means you're not giving back to your community. That means you're not doing anything for your community. Listen to me. If you want to earn the respect of your peers, if you want to earn the respect of your colleagues, if you want to earn respect on this earth and on this planet, you got to be doing something in your community. I'm telling you, you have to be helping people outside of your circle. You cannot just be serving yourself. You must be serving others. You want to earn respect, you got to be flexible, you got to be persistent. You got to earn a reputation that can precede you. And fourth and last, and the last thing I'm going to leave you with today, and I know this isn't like mind-numbing, dropping crazy stuff, but it's amazing that sometimes people don't get this last portion right here. I was kind. I was kind. The whole process, I was kind. I made sure when Neil kept telling me it was impossible, when Neil told me it couldn't be done, I made sure to say, Neil, I appreciate what you're doing for me. Neil, I really do. Neil, it is amazing that you got the owner to go from not interested to at least interested. Neil, it is amazing the way that you've helped us through this process. Neil, I am so appreciative and thankful of what you are doing and have done for me. I was kind the whole way. Janet was kind the whole way. Even though we were getting objections, even though we were being told no, even though we were told it was impossible, we were persistent. Yes, but we were also kind. And when I shook the guy's hand, the owner of the property, when I shook his hand in Louisville, after turning the impossible into the possible, I shook his hand, I got the key, I got to make eye contact with him, which I'm glad I got to meet him. After that was done, I jumped in the car and I drove back. And my man Neil called me. He said, Glenn, you just did something I've never seen done in my commercial real estate career, and you've just done something that the owner of this property said that he's never had done, and he's been leasing commercial property over 20 years. I said, what's that? He said, Glenn, you just impressed. You just impressed all of us. The way that you handled the transaction, the way that you were persistent, the way that you were kind, the way that you were flexible, and the reputation that you had ahead of you that preceded you just impressed all of us along the way in this entire transaction. I love the quote for today. If you don't have your planner yet, I need you to go get one. Go to glennlundy.com, click at the top, and go get you a planner. It's not too late just because it's January 14th. You can start today. Okay? Get you a planner. Amazon will ship it. It'll be there in 2 days. If your team isn't on the same page yet this year, get your whole team planners. If you're a GM, an owner, whatever, get your team planners. I'm telling you, I've got teams at dealerships across the country. I've got people that have bought planners for their entire team, and they're getting them all on the same page, and they're all starting with gratitude lists and goals, and it's making a difference and an impact in their business. Get your planner. This thing is going to take us through 2019 and get us to levels we've never been to before. You hear me? All right, check it out. Everybody pities the weak. Respect you have to earn. It is such a powerful quote. It does have to be earned. It does take work. And there are the 4 steps. It's not hard. It's not hard. It's not. But those are the 4 steps that if you want to earn respect, those are the 4 things I need you to focus in on. Okay? Those are the 4 things. I need you to be flexible. I need you to be persistent. I need you to work on a reputation that can precede you. And most importantly, be kind. Because listen, everyone you're going to come in contact today, just like you, they're just these incredible, amazing human beings, right? Uniquely made by the God of the universe to be the absolute best version of self that they can possibly be. And you're already starting to make some good decisions. You're watching hashtag Rise and Grind. You're in the Rise and Grind group. You're surrounding yourself with positivity. You're doing some amazing things. And all of those things are impacting your friends, your family members, your coworkers. They're making an impact on me. And I, for one, absolutely love you for it. I do. I absolutely stinking love you. So go out there today. Have an incredible day. If you need more videos like this, go to glennlundy.com. If you need your planner, go to glennlundy.com. And if you need some Rise and Grind gear, go to glennlundy.com. Have an incredible day. Jeremy Nolan, we're praying for you, buddy.